Messages from Hollow Earth. 1. Introduction. Preface. Not too long ago humanity believed that the world was flat and that the sun revolved around the earth. Humanity was so sure of this that it became an established fact. When Galileo presented evidence that proved the earth revolved around the sun, he was not only ridiculed but he was imprisoned because his findings were such a radical departure from accepted thought. A similar situation exists today with the new revelation that the earth is hollow at its core. Hollow Earth researchers have presented evidence, based on their research of how planets are formed, that our Earth is not solid as our textbooks have taught us to believe. This book is about the greatest revelation in history by stating that not only is the Earth's core hollow, but it is inhabited by highly evolved human beings who are communicating their existence to us. Will humanity be open to this new revelation about the Earth, or will they ridicule it because it is not in our textbooks? Lawrence Frank, March 3, 2003. Information about Hollow Earth researchers can be found in Chapter 25. A word from the author. In the early 1990s, I read a newsletter about a woman named Sharula, who was born in Telos, a subterranean city located beneath Mount Shasta, California, and who came to our surface in the 1960s. She now lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico with her husband Shield. In the years before moving to Santa Fe, she was known in the Mount Shasta area as Bonnie. In Sharula's newsletter, she wrote about life in Telos and about the other subterranean cities that exist beneath the Earth's surface. She wrote about the ascended master and high priest of Telos, named Adama. Shortly after my reading about Adama, he contacted me telepathically and asked me if I would take his messages. You see, our thoughts go out into the universe and instantly connect us to whomever we think about. Adama began to dictate messages to me, and some of his messages were about their connection to the Hollow Earth, which created an opening for me to receive messages from Mykos, who lives in the city of Catharia, located beneath the Aegean Sea, inside the Hollow Earth. Those messages from Adama and Mykos were published in 2000, in my second book entitled Telos, The Call Goes Out from the Hollow Earth and the Underground Cities. After my Telos book, Messages from both Adama in Telos and some messages from Mykos, was published, I was talking to Adama one day, when Mykos got on the line. It was a three-way conference call. Mykos asked if I would take more messages from him, and publish them in another book of messages exclusively from the Hollow Earth. Messages from the Hollow Earth is the sequel to my Telos book. It contains all the new messages that I have been receiving from Mykos in the 3 years since the Telos publication. It goes down deeper and explores further the cavity of the Earth, illuminating the other civilizations that reside inside our hollow planet. Its thrust is to bring you, the reader, to its innermost core, where you can explore at depth the lifestyle and society of another advanced civilization that already reached the ascended state of consciousness that is our human destiny. Over the centuries, our perception and knowledge have greatly expanded regarding the nature of the universe. Modern astronomy has shown our solar system to be just another one in the arms of our Milky Way galaxy, which in turn is just one of the billions of galaxies in this vast and expanding universe. Advent of time and progress of science have broken many myths. Now is the time for breaking yet another myth, that of a solid Earth. The information I read about Sharula and Telos in the newsletter is in Chapter 24. Explanation of our hollow Earth. Not just our Earth, but all planets are hollow. Planets are formed by hot gases thrown from a sun into an orbit, and the shell of planets is created by gravity and centrifugal forces, and the poles remain open and lead to a hollow interior. This process forms a hollow sphere with an inner sun, smoky in color, which gives off soft and pleasant full-spectrum sunlight, making the inside surface highly conducive to growth of vegetation and human life with only a long day and no nights. The Hollow Earth beings are very spiritually evolved and technologically advanced, and live inside the interior core of our Hollow Earth. These advanced civilizations live in peace and brotherhood in the center of our Earth, which contains an inner central sun, with oceans and mountains still in their pristine state. The Hollow Earth cavity is still in its pristine state because they don't walk or build upon their land. There are no buildings, shopping malls or highways. They travel in electromagnetic vehicles that levitate a few inches above ground. They walk along streams, rivers, and oceans and climb mountains, but that's the extent of their foot contact with the ground. They leave the rest of their land to nature, because it's nature's land too. The governing city within the hollow Earth is called Shambhala. It is located inside the very center of the planet, and can be accessed through the holes at either the north or south poles. The northern and southern lights that we see in our skies are actually reflections from our hollow Earth's inner central sun, which emanates from her hollow core. They use free energy to light up their cities, homes, and tunnels. They use crystals, coupled with electromagnetism, which generates a small sun with full-spectrum lighting that lasts for 500,000 years, and gives them all the power they need. The Earth's crust is approximately 800 miles from the outer to the inner surface. Because our Earth is hollow, and not a solid sphere, the center of gravity is not in the center of the Earth, but in the center of its crust, which is 400 miles below the surface. The source of Earth's magnetic field has been a mystery. The inner sun at the center of Earth is the mysterious power source behind the Earth's magnetic field. There are entry caverns all over the Earth, where interactions can take place. Only some are currently open. Nikola Tesla, the genius inventor of electrical technology, is now living inside the hollow Earth. He began to receive information in the latter part of the 1800s and discovered that electric power is everywhere present in unlimited quantities and can drive the world's machinery without the need of coal, oil, gas or any other of the common fuels. In the 1930s, the tunnel entrances and passageways were closed off by the hollow Earth civilizations because corporations at that time were misusing Tesla's technology to gain entrance into the inner Earth. The hollow Earth's two main portals are at the holes at the poles, which were closed off in the year 2000 because our governments were setting detonations at the poles to blow open entrances into their world. They have installed a magnetic force field around Earth's polar openings to further camouflage the entrances. This way, the openings are protected from air and land sightings. In the past, there were entrances to the Library of Porthologos on the surface. One such entrance was the Library of Alexandria, which was destroyed by fire in AD 642. There is more landmass inside, 3/4 land and 1/4 water, and the land is more condensed than ours. Everything in the hollow Earth is very carefully maintained to balance the ecological system of all life forms that reside there. There are several million Catharians currently residing in the hollow Earth. There are Catharians who have incarnated as humans on the surface. There are also Catharians that live on the planet Jupiter. The tallest Catharian is 23 feet tall. There are 36,000 humans from our surface who now live inside the Earth. Over the last 200 years, approximately 50 surface humans went inside to live. Over the last 20 years, only 8 went inside to live. Reproduced by permission of copyright owner, Max Fifield, Ordrup Jagtvej 71, 2920 Charlottenland, Denmark. Introduction from Adama. I am Adama, and I greet you from the subterranean city of Telos, located beneath Mount Shasta in California, where our Lemurian colony currently dwells. We are in great anticipation of the publication of this new book of messages from the hollow Earth, which is located in the very center of our planet. I would like to introduce a great historian to you, Mykos of Catharia, who is intrinsically linked to the Great Library of Porthologos, formerly known in your history books as the Library of Alexandria, where all your Earth's records are kept. Mykos, by nature, is a most gentle soul, and he and I have been residing on this Earth plane for eons of time. We have traveled extensively together, attended more council meetings together than you can count, and have spent time together in each other's homes and cities. We, in the subterranean city of Telos, work intimately with Mykos and his entourage in Catharia, and we spend much of our time, when we are visiting the hollow Earth, in the Great Library of Porthologos, where we continue our learning in the vastness of its portals. We want you to know that our connection to each other is as one link on a fence. We in Telos work as one with our brothers and sisters in Catharia, as our mission is to bring the Earth and surface humanity into her ascension. Although our civilizations are based on the same divine laws of creation, our experiences as a culture differ due to our different geographical locations on Earth. But this is our only difference, and makes our interactions more fruitful as we each bring different riches to the table of our council meetings. Mykos has been a close friend and companion traveler of mine for eons of Earth time, and we work together closely to join all the civilizations on and in Earth together into one united Earth world colony, so that our planet will be ready to make the great trip with the rest of our Milky Way galaxy into a higher state of evolution. Our location in our new position in the Milky Way galaxy has been prepared and is waiting for us all to return home to. As you read the pages in this book, your heart will be prepared to make the journey with us into our new home of light everlasting. We beckon you to travel with us through these pages of great insight and delight, and learn the true history of your planet Earth, and how other civilizations live embedded beneath your surface and below your periphery of vision. Our Telos book is a prerequisite to this sequel, in terms of establishing our Telosian history and lifestyle as contrasted to that of the Hollow Earth inhabitants, who are only a step below us. We are all one and the same, and yet different in myriad ways, just as your nations and people are on the surface. Both of our civilizations chose to live underground in isolation from the surface population, so we could evolve in tranquility and peace. So ride with us in your thoughts, and travel to the innermost depths of our Earth, and you will find the lost Garden of Eden your Bible talks about. It is right here, in the center of your Earth, waiting to be explored by you, the reader. We welcome you in. I am Adama. Welcome. Mykos, through Suzanne Matz Bennett, welcome. Welcome to the beginning of a marvelous, and for many a seemingly unbelievable journey. My name is Mykos, and you are about to enter through these pages a realm that predates history as you know it. A realm of fancy and fantasy, a realm of surrealistic beauty and eternal changelessness, a place that has been hidden to all but a few souls who have ventured here in the past by invitation only. For some, this journey presented revelations beyond time. For all, it changed the course of their understanding in the world in which they lived, and ultimately their entire lives. In reading the humble messages of these pages which lie before you, you are about to meet one of those people, Dianne Robbins's beautiful, gracious, and the gentlest of souls, whose life is intimately connected and bound together with the cetacean life which reside beneath the waters of your world. What you are about to read is no less a miracle, one which many years from now will bear the finest and richest of fruits. The fruit of knowledge, the fruit of gentle wisdom, the fruit of truth, unity, compassion, and endless joy and love by which life was always meant to flourish. Please accept this invitation now and begin a journey into the mysterious world in which I live. Welcome to the Hollow Earth. My people welcome you with joy, love, and peacefulness. May all your journeys in literature be as wondrous and beautiful as the information that lies before you now. Welcome, dearest children. Welcome to the Library of Porthologos, where the history of all dimensions are shared, stored, and preserved. Where nothing is lost and where every life that has ever existed has been woven into the meaning in the tapestry. Our world is one in which no item as small, or as seemingly insignificant, has been overlooked. This is a library nestled beneath the long, deep silence of the Aegean Sea. We, who live and work here, welcome you. Welcome to the world that awaits your discovery, not only in literature, in written text, but also in form, where through us and a limitless supply of imagination can bring to life the greatest minds that have ever existed. Nothing is lost here. You can meet and interact with all of creation when you enter through our doors. You are about to enter a library, the Lost City. The Library of Alexandria. You have waited thousands of years to hear our messages. Greetings from the Hollow Earth. I am Mykos and I dwell inside your Earth. I am reaching up to you in consciousness, to impart our frequency to you as you read the words on these pages of our book. These pages are sacred, for its content contains the mighty power to change the world, if but enough surface folk read them. This is our purpose for dictating our messages to you. It is to hasten change on the surface so that people will once again be connected to their divine self and source of inner guidance. You have waited for thousands of years to hear our messages, and it is only now that the vibration is high enough for us to come forward and speak to you. These messages you read, come directly through our hearts, relayed from the heart of God. Your heart is God's receptacle, so open it wide, my dear readers, and receive our words directly into your heart, where their vibrations will raise your consciousness enough to meld into us directly as your eyes perceive our words. We await the great day when we will be able to show ourselves to you, when you will be able to peer directly into our eyes and fathom the God within our souls, including yours. Many are now still separated from the Lord God I am of their being, but our purpose for these messages is to bring you the reality of your own God selves and help you connect to the light within your own soul. Life is about connecting, not disconnecting into separate units, as your density and negativity and limitation on the surface caused you to do. Life is a flow of energy, connecting everyone, everywhere, simultaneously. We invite you to be in this flow and flow with our thoughts and our heartbeat as you read our words carried to the surface on the winds of telepathy, winds that bring our thoughts and feelings into your heart space, for you to also access as you learn to resonate with our vibration. As you think of us, you will feel a heightened sense of being as our energy cascades into you. It is a physical sensation that is unmistakable. Move into it, for it is us, making contact with you, consciousness contact, and it feels like energy currents flowing through you, currents of heightened sensitivity and divine bliss, putting you into a protected space of peace during our connection, that lingers about you for the remaining day. We offer you this, as a gift freely given as you read our words. We've been calling to you for so long, and now through this book to the world, you are hearing us. We are joyously anticipating your heart contact and are ready and eager to respond to your thoughts. So tune into us, sit quietly, and feel our vibration engulf your physical body and raise your energy field. We wait for your call.